Brace yourselves for an electrifying semi-final clash between Tommy Paul and Daniil Medvedev at ATP Indian Wells 2024. The stakes are high, the tension palpable, as these two titans of tennis prepare to battle it out on the court. Introduction of the players of the players of the players and their recent form. Tommy Paul, a rising star in the tennis world, has been on a tear, demonstrating an aggressive play style and an ability to maintain peak performance under pressure. His recent form suggests that he's ready to take on any that way. On the other side of the net, we have Daniil Medvedev, a player who's been radiating a nuclear fusion-like reaction in his game, with temperatures exceeding 100 million degrees Celsius in terms of performance. His heat and stability on the court are indicative of the champion he is. Analysis of the conditions and its impact on the player's strategies. However, this isn't just a match of skill and power, it's a battle of strategies, and each player's approach to the game could be a deciding factor. The Indian Wells courts are slower, favoring players with strong baseline games. Will Medvedev's flat strokes and powerful serve give him the edge? Or will Paul's adaptability and all-around game allow him to triumph? Consideration of mental and emotional factors, statistical data, and match temperament, fitness, injuries, mental and emotional factors, all of these will play a role in the outcome of this match. Both athletes are in peak condition, showing no signs of slowing down. Their mental game, as crucial as the physical, will be tested in this high-stakes encounter. Statistical data also hints at the potential victor. Medvedev's service games and pressure point performance stand out, but Paul's shouldn't be underestimated. Lastly, we consider match temperament and adaptability. Medvedev's calm and strategic approach might give him an edge in maintaining consistency under pressure. His cool, relentless attacks. Both players have expressed confidence in their recent interviews. Their readiness to compete at a high level is evident, setting the stage for an epic showdown. Showdown. After a detailed analysis of all factors, our prediction leans towards Medvedev. But in tennis, anything can happen. Keep your eyes peeled as we dive into the factors that could sway this thrilling semifinal. Let's begin by delving into the recent form and tournament performance of both athletes. Tommy Paul has been hitting his stride, seizing victories left and right with his dynamic play style and aptitude for high-stakes moments. His form has been nothing less than stellar. On the end of the playing field, Daniil Medvedev has been igniting the court, his game akin to a nuclear fusion-like reaction. His display has been scorching, demonstrating a reliability and steadiness worthy of a true champion. Both players are at the peak of their game, each bringing their distinctive strengths onto the court. Yet when it comes to hard courts, it's Medvedev's experience that stands out. His track record on this terrain could give him the subtle advantage needed in this match. Therefore, despite both players bringing the heat, it's Medvedev's know-how on hard courts that nudges the odds slightly in his favor. Next, we'll analyze the surface and court conditions at Indian Wells that could make a significant difference. The slower pace of these courts is a well-known fact. This change in pace tends to favor players who excel at baseline games. Daniil Medvedev stands out in this setting with his potent serve and flat strokes. His style of play is ideally for these conditions. Tommy Paul, on the other hand, impresses with his adaptability and versatile game. He is capable of handling a range of court conditions and isn't deterred by slower courts. But given the unique attributes of the Indian Wells court, Medvedev's game style seems to hold a slight advantage. His preference for hard courts in play could be the pivotal element in this face-off. Medvedev's fondness for hard courts aligns perfectly with the Indian Wells conditions, tipping the scales in his favor. Now, we're going to delve deeper into the tactical and technical advantages of each player. The game of Tommy Paul is wonderfully adaptable. His athletic ability allows him to master the slower hard courts with a grace that's a joy to behold. Yet, we cannot overlook Daniil Medvedev. His strategic approach to the game and his use of the slice to manipulate his adversaries, especially under windy circumstances, is quite noteworthy. This technical understanding, when paired with his tactical acuity, makes him a strong competitor. Keep in mind, tennis is not merely about physical prowess, it's a high-speed game of chess. The unique strategies of each player add an extra degree of intrigue to the match, elevating the excitement. Thus, when we scrutinize the tactical and technical skills of both players, it emerges that Medvedev's adaptability across various terrains gives him the advantage. The significance of exceptional physical fitness in high-stakes matches cannot be overstated. Take, for example, Tommy Paul and Daniil Medvedev, two athletes who exemplify the physical excellence that these matches command. Each brings to the court a dynamic mix of fitness, endurance, and resilience, the very ingredients for a high-octane, relentless match. In the world of tennis, injuries can shift the balance of power in a game, sometimes even altering the trajectory of a career. But on this day, we witness two athletes at the zenith of their physical capabilities, both showcasing the formidable strength and durability that has carried them to these heights. Paul, a player celebrated for his power and agility, is in optimal shape. Medvedev, on the other hand, is an embodiment of endurance, a testament to tenacity. Despite the looming threat of injuries, both players display a commendable preparedness to compete at their personal best. Today, it's an even field, as both athletes step onto the court in their peak physical form. Let's into the critical role of physical fitness and injuries in shaping the outcome of a match. The mental and emotional game is just as important as the physical one. This is a fundamental fact in the electrifying world of tennis, and it's an aspect we can't ignore as we anticipate the thrilling duel between Tommy Paul and Daniil Medvedev. Paul's emotional fortitude and mental prowess have emerged as key highlights of his performances. He has consistently demonstrated a sound mental state, prepared to tackle the myriad of challenges that emerge on court. His capacity to remain concentrated amidst mounting pressures is worthy of. Conversely, we have Medvedev, who's recognized for his mental resilience and his ability to keep his cool throughout a match. He's no stranger to rebounding from obstacles and shifting the momentum in his favor, even under the harshest conditions. Both gladiators have proved their mental agility is robust. However, when it comes to navigating the psychological challenges of deep tournament runs, Medvedev's experience may just tip the balance in his favor. Let's delve into the truth of numbers. Curious about what the data reveals? As we analyze the statistical data, Medvedev's service games and pressure point performance are quite striking. He's been serving aces consistently and playing with a determined spirit. His ability to remain unruffled during pressure points is a testament to his mental strength and tactical gameplay. Meanwhile, we have Paul, whose tenacity is truly admirable. The American has proven again and again his capability to recover from challenging scenarios. However, when we scrutinize figures, Medvedev appears to have a minor advantage. His ability to consistently produce potent serves and maintain concentration during decisive moments is mirrored in his noteworthy statistics. In the game tennis, every point is significant, and the figures hint that Medvedev might just have the advantage in this showdown. The data scale in favor of Medvedev, indicating a slight advantage. Match temperament and adaptability can frequently be the deciding factors. Both Paul and Medvedev possess commendable resilience under stress, yet their strategies exhibit slight variances. The aggressive gameplay of Paul bears witness to his combativeness. However, this fervor can occasionally lead to rash decisions that aren't necessarily advantageous. Conversely, Medvedev's composed manner on the court stands as proof of his success in managing his emotions, a valuable trait in nerve-wracking situations. The capacity to adapt is an equally valuable trait. As tennis is a game of ongoing adjustments, the prowess to acclimate to changing circumstances and opponents can be game-changing. Medvedev's tactful approach and his skill to alter his gameplay based on the situation provides him an advantage. Hence, considering all aspects, Medvedev's mental strength and adaptability might be the deciding factors, tipping the scales in his favor. Let's see who has the edge. What have the players been saying in recent interviews? Let's find out. Both Tommy Paul and Daniil Medvedev have opened up to the media, sharing their thoughts on the imminent match. Paul, recognized for his undaunted determination, voiced his belief in his game. He discussed his ongoing enhancements, his focus on every single point, and his preparedness to take on the challenge directly. Conversely, Medvedev, the ever-tactician, detailed his game plan for the match. He recognized the challenge posed by Paul, yet underscored his personal preparedness. He articulated his intention to keep his momentum, his faith in his hard-court game, and his readiness to adjust to any unforeseen situations the match might present. From these conversations, we can deduce a wave of anticipation and self-confidence from both athletes. They are psychologically equipped and keen to vie, both athletes' confidence and preparedness, creating an atmosphere ripe for an epic clash. Having explored all the variables, we stand on the precipice of revealing our ultimate prediction. A close study of Tommy Paul's formidable gameplay, tenacity, adaptability, and emotional fortitude suggests an athlete at the peak of his powers. On the other hand, Daniil Medvedev's strategic acumen, court versatility, and mental toughness earmark him as a formidable adversary. Both athletes are at the apex of their physical capabilities, perfectly calibrated for a heart-racing duel. After a thorough analysis of their recent games, court conditions, strategic and technical abilities, physical fitness, mental and emotional states, and statistical data, we have reached a conclusion. This holistic evaluation subtly tilts the scale towards Medvedev. Now for the moment of suspense, our forecast for the upcoming ATP Indian Wells 2024 semifinal clash is Daniil Medvedev to emerge victorious, with less than 22.5 games. We anticipate Paul struggling to offset this disadvantage. Adding to our detailed analysis, our prediction is based on the following points. 4. A win percentage prediction that leans towards Medvedev. 5. An expectation of undergames, suggesting a less match. 6. A predicted spread for the match indicating that Medvedev may secure the victory with a comfortable lead. However, as the old adage goes, in tennis, it's anyone's game. Keep your eyes peeled for the electrifying face-off.